Tell me how I can help you.
Yeah, so my question is, how do you have a conversation with, so this is relating to a romantic kind of relationship. How do you have that conversation to end a relationship, kind of without, how much detail do you kind of go in with the person? And then how do you kind of respond to their, in this situation, their rebuttal to it?
Well,
not necessarily.
a rebuttal is somebody that's coming back and negating what you have to say to serve some, winning the argument to serve some in, right? They want the relationship to go on. So they're going to rebut everything you said, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, let's start there. And then I want to hear to answer the question of how much is appropriate. But if you start here, if I'm Nicole, okay, and you're Joey, all right. So I'm Nicole and I'm going to break up with Joey. All right. You ready?
Okay.
I only need one reason. I don't want to go further in this relationship because it's not a relationship that I see fitting my future. I don't want to. Now, how are you going to rebut that? That I don't want to do something.
Well,
how do you rebut that I don't want to do something?
Well, I would just say something like, I'm just thinking of the person. Just say something like, well, I think our futures would look great together, and we have a lot in common, and I know
you do. I know you do, and I don't. And so
well, I don't want.
I Nicole, I don't. I know that you, Joey, think that it has a great future, but I don't, and I don't. It's not the future that I want. I love a lot of things about you. I've loved a lot of our time together. I think you're a great person. It's just not. It's not what I want. Your turn.
Well, I don't agree with that. I think.
I know. No, I know.
The time that we're together it's been amazing, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I know. I know you do. I know you don't agree. I know. And I'm sorry. But for us to go forward, it would take both of us wanting that, and I don't want it. And so I don't know what else to say other than that. I'm sorry.
Well, you really hurt me, and I'm really upset by what you're telling me.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm positive. I mean, I believe you. I don't know. I'm sure it's hurtful. I don't like it. I don't like it that we're breaking up either, and I know it's painful for you, and I'm sorry that it is. I understand that.
I got nothing else. I guess.
But I don't want you to walk away, Joey, feeling I don't know how to say it, but it's not like you've done anything wrong or bad or this, that, and the other. It's just not what I want in the future. I don't want you to personalize it. You're a great person. There's a lot. It's not what I want. And I don't want you personalizing. It's going to be sad, as we part ways, and I'm going to miss you. I'm sure you're going to miss me. You've said that, but it's just not what I want.
I don't quite understand though, because we've talked about what you've wanted before, and it all seems to align. So why now? Why are you deciding to end this now?
Well, the further that we've gone along, the less I feel like it's what I want in various ways. I mean, there's some good things here. And Joey, I don't want to argue about this. I don't think there's something you're going to say that's going to change my mind or convince me. I've thought a lot about this, and I just don't want to go forward. I just don't. So I hope you
Well,
can
then,
accept that.
well, I'm not going to accept it, but I'm not going to speak to you ever again. But
Well,
you can never call me, and you can never talk to me again.
well, I'll have to accept that if that's how you feel.
And this is your choice. This is your choice. It's not mine. So in the future, when
It
you
is.
remember that, it's on you.
It is my choice. It is on me. It is 100% on me. I agree with you. I'm choosing to end our relationship. It's 100% on me because it's not what I want. And I'm sorry if you feel like you never want to talk to me again. And I don't know. I don't know if we could ever be friends, but I guess you're saying you don't want to. So, um, yeah, I wish you well. I hope things go well for you. Hello.
I'm here. I guess I don't know what else to say to that.
There's not a lot to say, Joey, except I wish you well. So I got to go. And you said you don't want to talk to me. I guess if you change your mind, then you'll let me know. But um, have a good life. Okay. Now stepping out of role play here for a second, Nicole.
Mhm.
I started with that because what you're running into is a common problem that people run into, that they think they have to justify to somebody's rebuttals. You don't have to justify at all what you want for your life. You don't want Joey, right?
Mhm.
You don't have to justify that. You're not on trial for not wanting Joey. You're not bad for not wanting Joey. And I don't know what Joey did or didn't or isn't or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You don't want Joey. And there's no law that says you have to. And if
Right.
Joey's going to
Right.
make you feel bad for that, Joey's got a problem.
Mhm.
Does that help?
Yeah. Yeah. It gives a little clarity.
By the way, why are you ditching Joey? I'm just curious. what,
Yeah. Yeah.
what is,
We have different visions for life, for what we
hmm,
want in life.
mhm.
And I enjoy spending
Then,
time with him immensely. He's been like a best friend, and I do love him. So it's been really
yeah,
hard for me I've been praying about it and asking people different things. Sorry if I get all emotional, but
yeah, it's very hard. And you know what? I didn't know enough to say in our role play. I didn't know enough to say what you just said. But that would be a great
right,
thing to
right.
say. That'd be a great thing to say. We have different, I think we have different visions. I've really enjoyed spending time with you. I love a lot of the things about you, but I see us not exactly lining up, at least for what I want. And so it's very hard for me too, because I love you, but I want us to go our separate ways. I think you just said it beautifully. What
And
you're
then you just,
struggling with,
but
go ahead. What?
so then after you say that, you just walk away. You don't try to
Try
engage in
to,
any more conversation.
well,
Like you just,
I mean, if Joey wants to have an honest conversation about, okay, well, I'm understanding and I accept the fact that you want to break up. Just so I can learn, I really would like to understand better. And then you can explain it to him. But the way you were role playing it with me, it doesn't sound like he really wants to try to understand something. It sounds like he wants to rebut you and guilt whip you back into staying with him.
mm. Yeah, I
Right?
mean, I was just kind of rolling. I wasn't, exactly how this situation would go, but it's
Yeah.
just we've kind of ended before, and I kind
You've
of just
gone what before?
we've ended it before, probably about a year ago,
Oh,
and
really?
I just I just missed him so much anyway, and so we just got back together despite despite the differences.
Yeah. You kind of, you knew it wasn't enough before, but there was enough to at least have it be better than nothing, I guess, or you had hope that it might be different this time or something, but you tried and it didn't work out. And I wouldn't
Right.
want you feeling, I don't want you feeling bad about that.
Mhm. Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah. It does.
You're
Thank
free to
you.
break up. You're free to break up. And guess what? It's hard. And guess what? Joey's going to hurt for a while. Who of us,
Yeah, Nicole for a while.
what? It what?
I said Nicole is gonna hurt for a while.
I hope so.
But
I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, you'd be hard-hearted if you didn't. If you have a significant relationship with somebody and you break up, then it's a good thing that you hurt for a while because that means that you're human and you actually loved Joey and you actually tried. You actually
mhm.
invested. But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough to sign your life away because that's what you do when you get married.
Right. Right.
You sign your life away. You take your life as being single and you sign it away to join your life to become one with somebody. And that's an incredible thing if the deal you're making with yourself is this new life is going to be something I want more than my life by myself or my potential life with somebody that I would be more aligned with than Joey. And you're not bad for wanting that.
Mhm. Right. Right. You're right.
It's going to be sad. There's an old song about that. Breaking up's hard to do, right?
Right. Right.
Okay. Does that help? I wish I could make it
Yeah.
easier. I wish I could make Joey like it.
Yeah. No. 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 I really appreciate your time taking the
Oh,
call
you're
today.
welcome. What's his one biggest rebuttal that he's going to give you?
Um. Just try to talk me out of wanting to have kids. I think seeing what life would be like without kids, and what life is like with kids.
Oh, he doesn't want them and you do?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, that's an easy one. In this way, Joey, neither one of us is right and neither one of us is wrong. We're just different.
Mhm.
You're not going to talk me into one is better than the other because one is not better than the other. One is better for some people, one is better, the other is better for other people. We're different.
Mhm.
I'm not going to come over to thinking like you think that I don't want kids. I'm not going to do that. And you're not going to come over to my side and think that you want them. But don't try to talk me into the fact that I, or talk me out of the fact that I want them. See, that's, you're getting to the fundamental difference of why we're incompatible. You're making my point, Joey, right?
Mhm.
You don't have to
Right. Right.
apologize for that. You don't have to apologize for that. Okay.
No.
All right.
All right.
Hope that's
Yeah.
helpful, Nicole.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Cloud. Thank you for all you
You're
do.
welcome. Thank you. And call me back sometime. You know, Nicole, I think you gave a lot of help to a lot of people who need to pull the tooth. Sometimes, singles drag this thing on way longer than they should. You already know this isn't going to be the deal, but you're scared. Well, if you already know, one day you know you're going to break up. You don't have to, there's no course you have to pass to get a passing grade in order to have the right answers to break up with somebody other than I don't want this relationship anymore. That's when you are single and you are dating. That's pretty much the qualification that you need. Now, you might come to find that you're doing that impulsively and you keep doing that. You have a commitment phobia and you never can sign up for anything long term. And then you learn maybe I should stop doing that, but you don't have to justify it out of somebody else's wishes.